This is going to be the only video you will need to watch on how to optimize your sleep. Let's get started. The very absolute basic of sleep. You must get between 7 to 9 hours temperature. When you are sleeping, you want to be in a pretty cold but not too cold room. It should be between 16 and 20 degrees Celsius and between 60 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit when you are sleeping. If you can achieve this, then you have the ideal heat for sleeping. The next thing you want to optimize for when you are about to sleep is you don't want any light. And it doesn't matter if it's natural light or artificial light, you don't want any light. So how do we fix this? We buy some blackout curtains and we black out all the natural light and all artificial light that might come from our phone and stuff like that. We turn off and remove. And if we for some reason don't have any eyelids, we wear what's called a sleeping mask. You get the picture. You want it as dark as possible. So, once you have achieved this, we both have the ideal temperature and the ideal brightness for sleeping. Right, let's move on. One more thing that can disturb your sleep or prevent you from getting optimal sleep is noise. And that noise can either come from your digital devices, such as your phone, an alarm clock, a neighbor knocking on your door, or your partner snoring. Or maybe you snoring. So there are two things we can do to prevent the snoring. The first thing is you can choose to sleep with earplugs. So imagine these are earplugs stuffed into your ears. This will reduce the snoring from being pretty damn loud to not being nearly as noticeable. If you or your partner is snoring, then either you or your partner should not be sleeping on his back. You want to sleep on your side instead of on the back. And that goes for both of you. Like so. Right, so that is how to prevent the snoring thing. And it goes without saying that your phone should either be on silence or completely turned off when sleeping. Right, so now we have the temperature, we got the brightness, and we got the noise level. That's the very basics. Now, let's get into the slightly more advanced stuff for improving our sleep. This one might be slightly hard to do depending on your lifestyle, but ideally you should not drink or consume large meals 2 hours before you go to bed. So this is a big no-no. If you must drink before you go to bed, sodium keeps water in your body. So consider taking a small teaspoon of salt. You should not look at any screens, ideally, 2 hours before bed. So this is also a big no-no. One thing, if you want to optimize your sleep, but for one reason or another can't avoid looking at screens, consider getting blue light blocking glasses. Yes, this is glasses. These glasses are usually yellow or orange in the tint, which blocks out all blue light. And the blue light is the kind of light that comes from our screens, and that is the light that disturbs our sleep the most. So, if you must look at screens before going to bed, consider buying some blue light blocking glasses. Nice. Now, if you're the type that has been taught that drinking alcohol or smoking weed before going to bed somehow improves your sleep, man, you're lost. Because alcohol, yes, and weed, yes, they will help you fall asleep quickly. But the quality of your sleep will suffer. So, don't drink or smoke weed before going to bed. At least not every day. Now, I ran out of blue coloring, but before going to bed, if you're the type of guy who likes to do cold showers and stuff like that, don't do that when you go to bed. You should instead take a hot shower, because by taking a hot shower, you actually tell your body that it needs to cool down the core temperature. And when you do so, you become tired naturally. And of course, the opposite happens if you take a cold shower. If you take a cold shower, your body temperature rises and you become more energized. The cold shower is for the morning, right? And the hot shower is for sleeping. So we are getting into some slightly advanced sleeping strategies now. So hang on. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then before moving on, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. And I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. Let's move on. Coffee and energy drinks can disturb your sleep. So don't drink any coffee at least 6 hours before bedtime, and the same with energy drinks. No matter how high your tolerance is, this will disturb your sleep. And if you are extra sensitive to caffeine, then even 12 hours before going to bed, don't drink any caffeine. Now, some other things you can do to relax your body before heading to bed is doing stretch work or doing meditation or some sort of breath work. That can definitely relax you before going to bed. If you only implement half of the stuff you've seen in this video, then I guarantee you will sleep better than you did before. The final thing we will touch upon is supplements. Now, depending where in the world you are located, melatonin might require a prescription. If you struggle getting tired, you might want to consider taking melatonin. Besides that, if you don't struggle to get tired, but you just want to optimize the quality of your sleep and your recovery, then consider supplementing with ZMA. And ZMA is basically just zinc and magnesium. This is the very core supplement for optimizing the quality of your sleep. If you also want to induce a natural form of tiredness, consider taking L-theanine. I will put this up on the screen, of course. L-theanine can also enhance your dreams and the vividness of the dreams. If you are an athlete who has a very physical demanding job, consider supplementing with L-glutamine to increase muscle recovery. Consistency. Consistency is also extremely important for great sleep hygiene. So plan out a schedule which you can do every single day, no matter if it's on weekends or on weekdays. So if you're going to bed at 10 p.m. and you're getting out of bed at 6 a.m., you want to make sure you're doing this every single day. Thank you so much for watching. That was all you need to know about how to optimize your sleep. Have an awesome day and a great night's sleep.